Hey, welcome to the Dutchman in San Marcos. I am the DISM, and we welcome you to this program. We're going to have a great time. We're going to be finishing up the cigar box here, and so let's get the show going. Let's get going. Alrighty, here we are in the workshop again. We were working on the cigar box guitar. This guy. I already slapped on the bridge. The strings aren't tight, but I did tighten this one up. I'm gonna be tightening them up. You can see I don't have pressure on them yet, but you can see they really got a lot more level. This one might be tipping a little bit, but a lot better, which might be giving me better action here. But what we'll do is we'll shim this up if it's still kind of high to get the string action low. This is getting pretty close though, but it's not fully tight. So we'll tighten them up and see how it goes. All right. Now I'll get a tuner on that. It might have moved a little bit. Not as bad. I don't know if I'll ever get it perfect after making that mistake unless I cut a whole new piece. It helped with the action quite a bit. So let's tune it up and play it a little bit. I'll get my tuner. Okay, I got my tuner. I'll plug this in. All right, so I got it all tuned up, as you can see. So it's all tuned up, and it looks like it's not moving too much. Maybe a hair on that side, and maybe there too. But it seems a little lower. The action seems a little better. But I wanted a little higher in here. This is a lot of string space. So what I'll do is I'll shim that so it's up like that. And I don't know if you could see that. I wouldn't look at the camera, but so yeah, we'll work on that. So this is my Bo Diddley tribute, and the reason it's a tribute to Bo Diddley is Bo Diddley always had square guitars. He's famous for the square guitars. The other thing was what was fun with blending it with a cigar box guitar is cigar box guitars go way back to when somebody that didn't have a lot of money, who wanted to be a guitar player, they would go out and actually get a broomstick and take a piece of wire from like their screen door and tie it to a stick, or you might have seen those bass, or to a wash basin in a tub, which makes a bass one. But they also made what they called diddly bows, and they would often do that with a piece of wood and a broomstick, and just put one string, like a piece of wire from a screen door. And so they would have a diddly bow, which was interesting that Bo was diddly, or I knew diddly. Well, all those jokes that go with it. But anyways, so that was kind of a little bit of the history, which was kind of the reason too why I was interested in getting into making cigar box guitars. So this one here is a regular guitar because I put 6 strings on it. If I made it a cigar box, you can a lot of times put 3 strings or 4 strings, and then there's all different types of tunings, and a lot of them are used for slide guitar, but you can finger the chords too. A lot of them are tuned where if you just play them open, it's a one of the common chord, like if it's tuned in G, it would just be a G chord playing open. So that's a little of the history of the cigar box. So I'm going to dig into this neck. What I got to do now is probably loosen the strings all down again, and it makes it easy with my thing here. So we'll take those down again and see if we can loosen this and find some shims to fix that neck. So that'll be the next step. But I won't bore you with getting it all set up. I'll come back when I got that kind of ready to go, and I'll show you how I loosen the neck. But I'll get the strings loose again, and then get set up to maybe shim that, maybe find some shims. I have to look through some of the boxes I have for little wood shims. So we'll see you in a little bit. All right, I'm back, and I found I got this open because I'm going to take this plate off to get some wood. The strings are loosened now, so it should be able to pull apart. I've got some wood that actually comes in cigar boxes. This is pretty thick, but I think I'm going to start with that, and I'm going to cut a piece to go right underneath here. It's going to leave some gaps on the side here, but it's a cigar box guitar, so it doesn't have to look really pretty. So we're going to cut a piece about as long as the plate to stick underneath here, and let's see, we'll go here, right about here. Right about there. Nothing real fancy, but just something to do the trick. So I'm starting out with a fairly thick piece to see what that does, because what I got to do is stick underneath there and tighten it. I'm going to worry about the gap along the side here later. I'd rather have performance than style, but get wood in between there will be the big trick, and it'll go right in between here. So let me get my my drill to unscrew these, because I'm going to have to take them all the way out in order to set it down there, and then I'm probably going to have to I'll probably put it in this way to see how it is, and then if it's good, then I'll put it in this way, and then you know, put some holes in for the screw. So let me get that. Okay, got my drill. Make sure we're taking them out. Now I'm going to put this piece in between there, just to try it out. As you know, I'm going to keep it. I'll fix it after I get the other way, but since I got to screw this all in and tighten up the strings to see how it goes, we'll do it this way. Okay, so that's hooked up. And as you can see, that really raised it up, but these aren't tight, so they might actually be buzzing on there. So that, if that's too much, then I'll sand it down. But as you can see, it really brought it up. So we'll tighten those up and see how it goes. Well, it's already way too high. I'll show you. Look at, it's like right on it. So we know this is too thick. So I do have the smaller wood. So if I go half of that, I got this smaller stuff from, it's actually wood from inside the cigar boxes, which is kind of cool. If I go smaller than that, I'll cut like pieces of this, so I can maybe like four pieces, and then I can adjust and slide them in and out to get the right height. So let's do that. I'm gonna cut you off until I cut that wood. So hang on. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I cut out two little pieces of, these are real thin pieces of wood from they're like the cigar box liners, they're made out of wood. So that kind of will go in there, which is almost half the width of this. But we'll start there. If I need a third one, I'll cut another one. I got a little sheet that I'm cutting them out of. I can just put it up there and cut another one. So let's give these a try and see how it looks. These will go. Okay, I didn't put even the plate on. I just wanted to see how it was going to line up. And that, I left this one tuned. That looks good. That's going to do the trick. So we'll take these out. I had to open the box because these screws are behind there. But that's looking really good. See, as you can see, that brought it right down into range. And you really can't see it. It's got the shims right in there. So yeah, so we'll tune it up and we'll get right back to you. I won't bother you watching me tune. Alright, so there I got the strings back on. And you can see the action is a lot better. Just almost perfect. And that's just with that little shim right in there. So let's plug it in. I've got an amp over here on the bench. Fell out of tune. There we go. Sorry that wasn't in tune, but we'll sit down and fiddle around more. So, hey, thanks for watching. We'll have more DIY stuff to come, and I appreciate you showing up today and checking it out. And be sure to subscribe. I need more subscribers all the time. Hit the like button. Be sure to make some comments. I check them. I haven't seen too many, but I will read your comments and reply back. So have a great week.